Good morning, Chainbreakers. It is Saturday, July the 6th, 2018, and I am so glad to bring this week's Chainbreakers moment to you this week. I have been extremely busy this week, helping to bring what I have envisioned as the direction and content for hashtag Uplift and Rise and for Chainbreakers 365. So I'm glad you're here this morning, and I'm glad you're listening in on this video. I am looking forward to where this is all going. So this last week, we've been talking a lot about goal setting and what it is to set goals, what it is to have a plan, what it is to be able to reach for that level of success that you're truly wanting out of life. So what I've tried to do is do that same thing and focus in on hashtag Uplift and Rise and Chainbreakers 365. And slowly I've been bringing it up to another level and another level and another level. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've noticed it, and maybe you haven't. So far, everything we have done is been on hashtag Uplift and Rise. And all of these live videos have been coming to you on hashtag Uplift and Rise. Well, today is the last day it's going to be coming live here. Now, it's not going away, and it will come onto hashtag Uplift and Rise, but in the replay. If you want to be able to watch the Chainbreakers 365 moments and Chainbreakers 365 messages moving forward, jump on Chainbreakers 365, because that's where you'll be able to find us. So I sent out a lot of invitations to people on my friends page yesterday, and I'm hoping that for those of you who have been sharing hashtag Uplift and Rise to your friends, that you'll do the same with Chainbreakers 365, because that's going to be an extension of this group. At the same time, I have uploaded all of the videos that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and they can now be found on Chainbreakers 365. You will find a YouTube page for those people who don't have Chainbreakers 365 or don't have Facebook. So you can watch the videos there as well. And I would hope and encourage that each of you would go into YouTube and subscribe, because that's where this is really going to be able to take off. Once we start getting 1,000 different people subscribing, and I think it's 3,000 hours of watched video, that's when that website, or that's when it will completely take off on YouTube. The other one that I've been working on is to bring you a web page. So I've been working on chainbreakers365.com. Now, as part of Chainbreakers, what I've been focused in on and what I really wanted to try to create was something that not only helped people shoot for higher and higher and higher and higher levels of success for themselves, but also success for their communities. And what I'm trying to create there is the ability to watch these videos, and you'll find them loaded on chainbreakers365.com. But also, we're going to be offering a lot of different types of merchandise as well that will help you get in and find success in both your personal growth as well as health and wellness. And even you'll find a lot of apparel. So if you're identifying as part of this group of hashtag Uplift and Rise and Chainbreakers 365, you'll be able to find some apparel that you can wear and help identify yourself that way. So it's something that I think has really truly been coming and wanted and needed, and we're going to be heading that way. But a lot of this is also in being able to find not only success for ourselves, but be able to reach back and help somebody else, help others in that quest, as well as being able to find success for our communities. So part of true success for me and some of the things that will be coming in chainbreakers365.com will also be offering some products that will be centered in on fitness and in health, as well as so we'll be looking at a lot of products on a health standpoint, but we'll also eventually be offering some products that will be available to you so that you can live a chemical-free life as well. So we'll be looking in that, and it's really been heartwarming. So I'm glad to be able to bring that to you, and hopefully moving forward, this is really something that is going to take off and that y'all are going to enjoy a lot. So a lot of announcements and future products will be announced still on #UpliftAndRise. But I would encourage you to go to chainbreakers365.com with some regularity, because there will be a lot of continuing developments and improvements and that kind of stuff. The site is not live yet. It is my plan to hopefully have it done and live by the end of the day, but certainly no longer than the end of the day tomorrow. I'd like to make sure it's live this weekend, because that's something I want to be able to have and offer to you. I want to reach out, just thank a few people for joining us this morning. Jeff Wheeler, Maureen Niedenthal, Susie Mirless, I want to thank you for being here this morning, and just welcome. So we've been talking a lot about success and limiting and getting rid of those limiting beliefs. So some of it is what you think can't be done. And many times that comes from the limiting beliefs that we have in ourselves, in what we're capable of, in what we think, and what our emotions link to. So many times, a lot of those limiting beliefs come from things that people have told us in the past. And I want you to be able to start really realizing and thinking about your thinking. Thinking about the thoughts that go through your mind, thinking about what is triggering you, because the more we can master our emotions, the more we will become in control of our reality. So our reality is totally something that is up to us. And we talked about that a little bit in this last week as well. We talked about the fact that it's kind of like taking the red pill or the blue pill in the Matrix and determining what you want to live in and what reality. Well, the truth of the matter is, everything in your reality is based on the way you filter it, based on the way you think, based on the way you perceive things. So even what we take in through our senses, our hearing, our sight, our smell, our touch, they are all electrical impulses. Our brains do not see, our brains do not hear, they do not touch, they do not smell, they do not taste. It is what is in our senses, in our eyes, our ears, our tongue, our nose, and they all send those electrical impulses to our brain, and our brain then translates those through the filters that we have into what is now becoming your reality. Through your reality, you then are interacting with some chemical reactions as well as your emotions. Now, those chemical reactions are going to take place, but they're going to take place around the framework of which you set your emotions to be able to handle them. Why is it that when some people are running out of a burning building, firefighters are running in? Why is it if there's a loud explosion and people are running away, or gunshots or whatever, people are running away and others run toward it? Why is it that when people are in need, some people will stand back and watch, maybe point, maybe, "Mom, look at that," and others will go and reach out and help in need, give them a helping hand? It is all in the way we wire and perceive our reality. And those choices Those choices as to what your reality is going to be are entirely up to you. You are the one that chooses how to react. So when life completely knocks you down, you can either make the choice to hide in the rubble that has been created from your life and withdraw and say, I'm never going to go through that feeling again. Or you can take your reaction to that and say, by God, I'm never going to have that reaction. I'm never going to feel this way again. By making sure that you're strong enough and that you've got the emotional foundation to keep from ever putting yourself in that position again. Why is it some people are scared of crowds and other people are not affected at all? Why are some people affected by loud noises and others are not affected at all? Sometimes it's the fear of the unknown. Sometimes it's just they don't like the way that other people react. Well, the way other people act, we don't have control of that. What we do have control of is how we react to how others react. So we can choose to take those same emotions, those same reactions, those same thoughts that go through our mind, and we can choose to either be repulsed by it, be hurt by it, withdraw from it, or we can choose to move through it. Those choices, again, are still up to you. You're the one that makes those choices on how to react. So those are part of the things that go through our minds when we choose to react to our emotions. The other thing I want you to take a look at is how you react to opportunity. Because success truly comes in when we take advantages of opportunity. So part of the being able to take advantage of opportunity is recognizing when opportunity is there. So I'm going to go back to, again, a very base story in the Bible. A lot of people know about Moses leading the Jews out of Egypt and taking them through the desert for 40 years before they finally arrived in the promised land. Now I want to talk about that journey for just a second. At some point, why did it take 40 days to walk through the desert? Because truthfully, if you'd actually walked it from Egypt to where God founded Israel at that time, it would have only taken a few weeks. So why 40 years? 40 years came because God was preparing them for their destiny. God had to work on them and prepare their hearts. He had to build the foundations in them to be able to handle and withstand what would be to come before he was prepared to bring them into the promised land. So where is your promised land? Maybe you're still being prepared for it. You have to be able to build that foundation. A lot of times failure comes from being unprepared. Certainly some of it comes initially from not recognizing opportunity when it's there. Other times it comes from not being prepared, not being trained, not being ready to handle the situation. So I want you to think for a second, how many times do you honestly think that the CEO of a corporation is going to be offered to the person sweeping the floor? To go straight from sweeping the floor to CEO, they're not going to be prepared. But as Tony Robbins, if you know the story of Tony Robbins started by cleaning offices, by cleaning I don't know if it was houses. I think it was all offices. But that's the way he started, and grew his business from there to now how you know Tony Robbins today as a coach, a life coach. Tony coaches some of the top people and athletes and corporate executives in the country. He started from there. Danelle Delgado, who is known as the Millionaire Maker. She coaches thousands and thousands of people and entrepreneurs from very base level starts to becoming millionaires. Where did she start? Working her way through college, cleaning her mother's office. She started in cleaning, and today she's not only a millionaire herself, but she trains people to become millionaires. Amazing, isn't it? So what does it really take to create that change in yourself? A lot of times we see people that come completely out of the ashes, and it becomes an unbelievable comeback story. Does that mean for you that you have to be able to drop to the bottoms before you can ever rise out of those ashes? Absolutely not. Those people came out of those positions because they made a choice. They were at the bottom. There was no comfort level for them anymore. They made the choice to rise out of that, and by gosh, I'm never going to be here again, and using that fire from within them to make the choice that I am going to achieve success. I am going to do what it takes to turn my life around and move forward. It was that choice. So no, you do not have to be able to drop to the depths and drop to the bottom in order to achieve success. What it takes is a decision firmly committed in your absolute psyche that you will never be there again. You are never going to be at that level any longer, that you have made the choice to moving forward. And I know that's who you are. I know that's what you want to do. How do I know it? Because you've taken the first steps to be on here and join #UpliftAndRise. Because you are making the choice to join and like and share Chainbreakers 365. So absolutely, it is a choice, and you are already taking those first steps. You are already building the foundation that you need to be able to create the life that you've never had before and that you want for your future. Maybe you've been through some failures in your past. So what you can do is now create how to be able to not only get back to the level of success that you were at, maybe never in the same way again, but there's always a different branch to that success tree. There's always a different way to get back the lifestyle that you want. And all you have to do is make the decision that I am not going to live like this any longer, that I want to level up and be here. So that's what it was for me. God essentially told me, because essentially I was falling now into a comfortable lifestyle. I was falling into a position where I was happy to sit back and just continue to live out my life doing exactly what I was doing. But God burned a passion in me that told me that you're playing small, that there's more there, that you have a real purpose, and that purpose is to help people change their lives, help people find the success in their life, be able to find and achieve the lifestyle that they've always known was possible, but could never quite get there. Maybe even the lifestyle that you didn't know was even possible, that was for other people. Well, guess what? It's there for you too. Those lifestyles are also available for you. All you have to do is make the decision that I'm not going to live like this anymore, that I want more. And you can keep following us here on hashtag Uplift and Rise and Chainbreakers 365, and we're going to help keep giving you that foundation that you can use to help lift you to those next levels. So what are some of those areas of your life? And we talked about some of those areas just the last day or so. Maybe it's success in business, in your finances. Maybe it's success in your relationships, success in your family, success in your education, success in your body and your health and your wellness, in fitness. Maybe that's where you want to be able to go. Maybe it's in your education, and there's formal education like going through school, but there's a lot of things that really help us to achieve our education by being a continual learner of life. There is millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of free information available to you right here on the internet. And all you have to do to be able to find out how to be able to do stuff is just totally start embracing Google and asking questions, because you will find the answers that you're looking for, how to be able to do something. A lot of people are giving this stuff away for free. That's right. They're giving it away for free. Why do they do that? Because they've already come to know what I've learned along this way, is that regardless of how you want to achieve your business, pursuit of money by itself, you're never going to be successful, or you're not truly going to reach a level of success. What you need to do is develop that heart of a servant who reaches out and helps people. If you're truly there as a servant to help and to help move people move forward, guess what? Money is tied to people. And the more you help them, the more they want to do business with you. You cannot look at it from the viewpoint of the selfishness, or it's never going to happen. You have to look for it in helping take care of people's needs. And hopefully that's what I'm doing here on hashtag Uplift and Rise. It's totally consistent with the people and the messages and stuff that we and I mean my wife and I keep receiving every single day. Phone calls, text messages, DMs on Facebook, people stopping us in the streets, stopping us out in the park at community celebrations, and just thanking us for what we're doing. Because this is absolutely touching lives, and I want to help you every single day. That is a passion that burns inside of me, and a passion that I want to be able to instill in you as well. Because that passion is behind the name of hashtag Uplift and Rise. We truly are able to uplift ourselves and rise by uplifting others. We move forward by reaching back and bringing people along with us. We achieve true success by helping people find success along the way. Can you be successful? Yes, you can be successful. Can you be successful without people? No, not really. Because whether it is your employer, or your friends, or your family, or if you're an entrepreneur, your customers or your clients, you need them. It is those relationships that you create, those relationships that will help move you forward. Those relationships that make you who you are in their eyes. Who are you? Are you somebody that's there to collect a paycheck? Are you there to help your employer make something out of what he's wanting? So I'm sure you've heard the quote that you get more, you get what you want by helping others get what they want. And while there's some truth to that, you will not get what you want by only achieving what other people want. There has to be some consistency in what you want to be able to achieve by helping others get what they want. You have to keep an eye on the prize. Opportunity. So we were talking a little bit about opportunity and being able to take advantage of opportunity. Have you ever in your life missed out on some opportunities because you didn't take advantage of them? Because there were opportunities maybe that were hidden in disguise? Maybe opportunities because you didn't want to risk what you had? I know at some point my life would have been completely different if I hadn't turned down certain job offers. But I wasn't willing to give up having those close ties to my children. I wasn't willing to give up and move halfway across the country when my children were still here. I wasn't willing to sacrifice those relationships to be able to move forward. So I passed them up. Would my life have been different? Who knows? We would only know that if I'd been able to actually step in and follow those lines. I certainly would not have been able to meet the people that I've met. I certainly probably would not be where I am right now speaking to you on hashtag Uplift and Rise or Chainbreakers 365. So who knows what opportunity was there or was missed? We don't know. What I can tell you is that opportunity is in front of you. Sometimes they come to us as work, and we need to be able to work to be able to take advantage of the opportunity. So we're talking about the janitor becoming the CEO. So it takes time, and you have to be able to spend the work the work, and keep building that foundation to achieve to the next level. I've seen all the times in the car business, a lot of times that people come in as wash boys, or they're washing cars. And before long, they move into a porter, moving cars around, taking people home, rearranging the lots, to the next level of maybe being a car salesperson. Car salespeople then can achieve different levels of success on their own. And some people choose to never leave that because they find such a level of success. Others want even more. So maybe they make the choice that they want to be able to move into management. Maybe it's moving into finance or a sales manager's position. Maybe it's as a team leader. Sales managers become general sales managers. General sales managers become general managers. And eventually, yes, opportunities can even maybe come there for you to be a dealer on your own. So there's always opportunities for you to be able to move up. You just have to be able to know where to be able to look for those and when those opportunities come. So we can either be out there in the ocean praying to God for help, adrift on a log, God, don't leave me, don't help me here, don't leave me here. And they don't recognize a raft when it comes by, or somebody in a boat, or somebody in a ship, or somebody in a helicopter. That's okay. God will save me. What do you think is going to happen? You think you're just going to be lifted up out of the ocean and placed back at home? He sent you that log that you're hanging on to. He sent you that raft. He sent you that boat. He sent you that ship. He sent you that helicopter. But you didn't take advantage of it. God doesn't send us, or doesn't certainly turn us into business owners by themselves. What God does is plants in you the desire to do certain things. So what is your desire? Maybe it's, I don't know, tinkering on cars. Maybe it's restoring old vehicles. Maybe you've got something in you that could now turn that desire into a business. Is that possible for you? Interesting ideas popping in my head right now. Sorry for the pause. But there's opportunity for you all the way around. And no, I'm not getting into restoring cars. So what is it that you really want out of life? You have to look at those opportunities. God didn't make a chair. God didn't make a table. God didn't make a bench. God didn't build a house or a mansion. God built a tree. God gave us the materials to make bricks or cement or steel. It's man's creation that has maybe got inspired to be able to achieve the knowledge to create the things to build what it is that we want, that house, that the mansion, the business, the building, to be able to give people the vision, like in my own community, to create that park and playground for children, to be able to take your business to a whole nother level and be in areas that you never thought you'd ever find yourself in. Those decisions that you make every day to move you to the next level will keep you leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. God gives you those materials and the knowledge for you to create. So the people that sit there and simply believe in science will tell you that God didn't heal me, that doctor did. God didn't heal me, that medicine did. But doctors will tell you every single day that they see miracles that happen that they can't explain. And while they may have the talent, where do you think that the talent and the education and the ability came from? Because God directed that passion in them, because God placed that desire inside, because God gave them the talent in their hands and in their minds to know how to be able to take care of you. And it is that help and that desire that moved them into the position to be able to cure you of your illness or disease, to be able to cure your cancer. Well, I've gone to a lot of different directions today, and I hope I've given you some inspiration to be able to move forward in your life. I want to thank you for being here, being part of Chainbreakers 365 on hashtag Uplift and Rise. And remember, moving forward, you're going to start seeing these videos live on Chainbreakers 365. So be sure to watch for them there. Thanks very much for joining, and I'll see you on Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern for Chainbreakers 365 moment. Thanks very much. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye now.